My earliest memory in life involved a Nintendo and this silly little robot called Rob. My favorite gift of all time was Supreme Commander, the best RTS game of all time. I failed a college course because I skipped several lectures to play X3, an amazing Space 4X game. I've got countless more life events that either revolved around or were impacted by video games. Needless to say, they're an important part of my life. I've always dreamed of playing video games for a living, but never had the skill or the opportunity to make that a reality. That all changed in 2022. I had recently gotten married and we had our first child, so playing games for hours on end was a big no-no, according to my wife. I wasn't ready to give up 30 plus years of gaming without a fight though, so I got to planning. My prospects of joining a professional team were slim, being in my 30s with slower reaction times. The only older pro gamer I know of is a con man, not really my style. YouTube was the only alternative that made sense. I had thought about starting a channel for years at this point, but for real estate investing, not gaming. I came up with a short-term solution. Start a gaming channel to learn how the business of YouTube works, then transition to investing once I learned the ropes. Or at least that's how I sold the idea to my wife. I would have at least 1 year to figure out how to make my gaming channel profitable before she would start asking about switching channels. In that time, I could play to my heart's content. By the end of 2022, my gaming channel had taken off, and even my wife suggested to me, maybe you should keep the gaming channel going? It was music to my ears. Although I did underestimate one small detail. Making quality gaming videos involves about 25% of my actual time playing the game and 75% doing editing, accounting, responding to comments, etc. However, I can officially say that I'm a professional gamer in my 30s, a life goal I never thought I'd be able to pull off. Now you might be wondering, how much can a small gaming channel actually make? Let's dive into the 2023 numbers to find out. For starters, I have 3 channels that I run currently. The guide channel for all guide and educational content, Let's Play channel for long-form content, and the new main channel for the heavily edited challenge videos. I'll combine everything at the end, but let's look at the guide channel first. It was a strong year with over 21 million views, 2.4 million hours of watch time, over 60,000 new subscribers, and $63,000 in revenue. I don't have a ton of historical data to compare this to, but it was up more than 100% from last year in most cases. There are 3 different categories of videos that I released on this channel: long form, shorts, and live streams. My long form videos made up the bulk of the views and revenue, with over 18 million of the 21 coming from long form. The vast majority of revenue came in the form of AdSense. One interesting note, YouTube Premium views made up more than 10% of ad revenue, but views accounted for less than 5% of total views. That means a YouTube Premium view is worth 3 to 5 times more than a regular view. I get asked this question from time to time, so there's some data to back it up. I hadn't posted many shorts this year, but they did get some traction with 1.8 million views and 1,200 subs. I'm not sure if I'll keep posting them though. $160 in revenue for almost 2 million views is laughable. One major issue I had with shorts is not being able to pick the thumbnail. This video had a great thumbnail and went viral, while several others had terrible thumbnails and are stuck at 4 and 5-digit view counts. I made more of an effort to livestream this year and it paid off nicely. The views were up to almost 1 million, but more importantly, the watch time was massive. Most people watched under 6 minutes on the long form videos, but nearly 40 minutes for a live stream. Not only does this help boost the algorithm, but it means more ads and more revenue per view. The top square shows long-form info. RPM means how much money is earned for every 1,000 views on a video. Although I find it more helpful to think of revenue per million views. So for every 1 million views, I would earn about $2,900. The bottom square shows live stream data. For every million views there, I would earn $9,300, or more than triple that amount. I don't place ads on the actual live stream, so all this revenue is coming from people watching the VODs afterwards. Just something to keep in mind. And finally, the channel made close to $1,400 in channel memberships and $700 from donations. I'm incredibly grateful to everybody that's able to support, but be aware it's a tiny fraction of the total channel's revenue, so don't ever feel obligated to do so. Let's take a quick look at some of the top performing videos for the channel. Most of the top 10 are from a tactics series where I use real-life tactics from history in a Bannerlord setting. Adding them all up accounts for over 1/3 of the channel's total views and revenue, but less than 10% of the total videos made. I'm also happy to see some older guides still going strong, but sadly most of the newer guide videos didn't make the list. Moving on, let's take a look at the Let's Play channel. I neglected this channel for about half of the year, so performance wasn't great, but it's something I plan to fix this year. It still managed over 3 million views, 750,000 watch hours, 16,000 subs, and $14,000 in revenue. While the views are a bit lower for Let's Play content, the average income per million views is close to $5,000, meaning one Let's Play view is worth about 1.67 guide views. The top 20 videos for this channel will always be episode 1 and episode 2 of any campaign, getting upwards of 100,000 views or more. By the time we get to the final episodes, views drop to as low as 5,000 or less. One final note, Let's Play videos are much easier to record and edit than anything else, so my time invested per dollar earned is much higher. The last section will be very short. The new channel has only 2 videos on it. I was extremely happy to see both of them take off though, amassing 600,000 views on a brand new channel. Subs were close to 10,000 and revenue a little over 2,000. Each of these videos took over 150 hours to produce, with nearly 100 of that in just editing alone. So hopefully the revenue numbers increase over time, or it won't really be worth the effort that I put into it. Now for the final recap. If we add everything together, all 3 channels earned just over $80,000 in revenue, which is a mind-blowing number for a 2-year-old gaming channel. Even more important than that, I was able to play lots of games, keep the wife off my butt, and spend plenty of time with my kids since I'm working from home. 30 is definitely not too late to become a professional gamer. Most of the so performance, it still managed, subs were close to,